Alright guys, we're back. Today we're working on the Buick 3.8. I'm getting a 136261 code, so there's a short in one of the either the ignition control circuit or the bypass circuit. I already started it a little bit, so take the coolant bottle out of the way, start looking through here, and we'll go from there. I gotta set you guys up so you could kind of see what's going on here. Alright guys, upon inspection, even before I got any further into checking the actual wire itself from the ECM all the way to the ignition control module, I said let me take a quick look, and I felt a little bulge. I was like, this feels a little strange. I was like, let me take a look, and lo and behold, good old butt splices where they shouldn't be. So there they are right there. I ended up pulling on one and it fell right apart. The one that I pulled on is the reference signal from the crankshaft sensor to the camshaft sensor. What I'm going to do is I'm thinking of removing the other two butt splices, and I'm going to put on those little solder connectors there. They're pretty cool, these things. I have had good luck with them. They're pretty much, you heat them up with a heat gun, the solder in the middle melts the wires together, and then the joints on the end make a watertight seal. The blue, the red, the yellow little bands, and they'll tighten it up and no water can get in there. And like I said, I've had pretty good results with them. I'm going to end up doing that. I'll wrap each one individually, and then I'll wrap it all at one time, and we'll check from there and see if I can find another short somewhere else. But I think that would be where the problem was. So I'll get back to you guys later. Alright, so we finished the repair now. That's what it looks like finished once they're soldered in there, which is just an easier way to solder them. Again, these are watertight and soldered, not butt splice, so no water will get in there. Next, I'm going to disconnect the plug from here, probe the signal wire to the PCM, have to remove the air filter box, disconnect the clear cable to it, and I'll connect the test light to battery positive and probe each one. If the light comes on, you know you have a ground in that circuit. In the meantime, we'll wiggle it around and see if we get a short or not. If we get it to go off or on, it should be off when I connect it. Then you check the bypass circuit, same way. Wiggle around, see what happens. They should both be off. Alright, I'll get back to you again. Alright, looking good. We put this back together. We have the wires all connected. I'm doing continuity tests now between the computer and the ignition control module. We have it disconnected here, and we have it disconnected here. Pin 53 is the bypass circuit, 54 is the ignition control. So I looked at the wire, and the only thing I saw was those butt splices that were there, and I replaced them with the solder joints. We'll see. Hopefully those should hold up. A friend of mine did have an issue with one time when he used it for a fan. He says it heated up and it actually separated. This isn't really sitting near too much heat, I would say. It's not touching anything. A little upside down action here, but we're there. I gotta make sure it doesn't touch that dampener, which is brand new. I also tried putting some of the plastic sheathing around it, but all I have is 3/8. I don't have a quarter, and it was a little too thick, so I just went ahead and wrapped it and put it like that. Nothing's touching, it's out of the way, nothing's rubbing. But once I get 1/4 inch stuff, I'll wrap it this size. I only got this size. So here's your ignition control. Right here, I'm not sure if you can hear it, but it's beeping, it's sounding. So that circuit is good. So we'll take out this one. We'll connect it to the bypass circuit. That would be pin B on the ignition control. Same thing. After moving the wires around and everything, I had no breakup. So I'm pretty sure that it was just a little bit of corrosion in that connector. Why was that connector changed? I don't know. This was my stepdad's car before I got it. I have found a couple of things that were so-so. I actually changed all the brake lines on this. I did the accumulator springs to help it shift faster because of the issue with the high pressure. All these things I should have recorded, but it was before I decided to go ahead with this YouTube thing. But maybe one of these days I'll go through it and I could explain it and why I did it. So I'm going to call this a fix for now. We'll put it back together. We'll see what happens. And should be good. I don't see anything else. I see no frayed wiring. The wiring to the computer, to the ignition control module seems to be good. The ignition control module is new. The crankshaft position sensor is new. And the dampener is new because the dampener was no good. While I was in there is when I went ahead and changed the ignition control module and the crankshaft sensor. I did not change the camshaft sensor. And that's about it. If I change the camshaft sensor, I'll make a video. It's only a 10mm bolt right behind the water pump pulley. Take that pulley out, take this bolt off right here. That plug literally comes right out, clean it, put a little WD or whatever on the O-ring, pop it back in, put it in, and you're done. Very simple. These 3800s are pretty good. This is the one that has the issue though with the intake gaskets or whatever, but haven't had that yet. The car doesn't even have 90,000 miles on it. It's got, I think, 88, 87. So we'll see how she goes. And again, just starting, so these videos are gonna suck probably in the beginning, but I'll get better, I promise. All right, guys, take care, have a good one. Here we go. Job completed. She's running good. Had to reset the computer. Good old alarm systems. Didn't want to start after I did it, but had to let it sit for a little bit. Let the alarm reset. After disconnected the computer and everything else, I guess they thought I was trying to steal the car. So here we are, good to go. She's running good, no lights. Of course, everything's reset. Only time will tell. Pretty positive, everything's good to go. And that's that. All right, catch you guys in the next one.